Because, like, this is like oh, no, why did I do that?
To do that, dude.
The wish fulfillment power fantasy, like, version, like Indiana Jones fantasy of just pulp, like, Doc Savage type, like, magazine adventures, basically. But you can be like, no, well, when you think about it, though, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
But, like, the reason those games suck are, like, they still want her to be, like, sympathetic.
Yeah.
And a hero.
Yeah, and it's just like, you can do that without being brooding and just so take yourself so seriously that it's funny.
Yeah, like, I'm supposed to take this seriously?
Yeah, like
she kills 500 dudes. Yeah. What are you talking about?
You can do that in a subtle way, and it makes you go, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah,
like, you can't just like
you can have her like have a like fun pulse pounding action scene where she's like, "Yeah, oh," and then turn the camera, and her friends are like, "Okay."
Yeah, you can do that. You just have to be
so
subtle.
Anyway.
Yeah, because otherwise, it's like, well, that doesn't really make fucking sense.
And then have her be like, fucking killjoys.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Again, her motivation is our motivation.
Yeah.
She's having fun.
Yeah.
Like that Sherpa dies in the opening cutscene when she's in Peru, and she's just like, oh. And then goes inside. Like, that's not a healthy response.
No, that's not right.
To someone dying by being mauled by wolves right in front of you.
Yeah.
That's not a healthy person's reaction. Yeah, this next room is kind of a fucking annoying shit. All of these rooms are kind of bad, actually.
They're kind of Omega.
Yep.
Well, there's that. Didn't even get into the room.
Again, I never feel like I'm doing these rooms correctly. Get it? Sort of Damocles?
Nah.
I never feel like I'm doing any of these rooms correctly. All of them feel like I'm just kind of fucking my way through it.
It's like me at the club.
Oh, there we go. Alrighty. And like I miss characters like that, where, like, they're here to have a good time. Like, why is everyone such a fucking joyless fuck nowadays?
Yes, exactly.
Self-serious, joyless fuck who's like, oh shit.
Ow.
We're like, oh, I gotta...
into the face.
How come the lions aren't attacking him? Come on, girl power. Nala. Oh, god damn it.
I mean... Yeah, it's just that Catholic... I always say Catholicism, Catholicism.
Catholic guilt.
Yeah, exactly. Of like... And again, not just like culturally in the West, just like, no.
You can't enjoy yourself. You have to have a reason.
And if
you have to be motivated by, like, your daughter.
Yeah.
You want to save your daughter.
If somebody dies in a video game, you have to feel bad and this and that and the other. It's like, otherwise, you haven't had redemption, and you're not in the eyes of Yahweh.
It's like, they're not real.
Yeah.
Who fucking gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. It's not real. This is an escape from real life. It's interesting that you want to destroy escape from real life, huh?
Oh, shit. Anniversary did that, too, where, like, she kills animals throughout the whole game. And then at the end, she kills Larson. And that's it. And then it's like, oh, there's blood on my hands, oh.
Oh, no, it's just the ape.
It's like, that's retarded.
Yeah.
No.
And again, there could be a place for that kind of thing, but it's not here. Not in Tomb Raider.
Again, like, it's that thing where, like, you can acknowledge that it's a little fucked up, but...
You have to do that subtly. It just doesn't... In a series like this,
yeah,
where you're killing 700 dudes...
If you're trying to, like, moralize to the
exactly,
audience, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, everything has to be moralized.
Like, oh, feel bad about this.
Like it's scripture.
That's the thing. It's like either presenting the character as being sympathetic and in the right so that the audience doesn't question them,
Yeah.
as like being, maybe is she a little fucked up? Like, no, we can't challenge the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to make them feel comforted, like, oh, they're rooting for this character,
Yeah.
but they're a good person.
Every episode of The Sopranos, season 4 onwards, was they're the bad guys, you fucking idiots. That was, like, a lot of that show. Of, like, yeah, you root for them because we're following them, but remember, they are the bad guys. It's like that kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of Papers, Please.
Yeah.
You could do that sort of thing where it not tricks you, but it makes you think a certain way,
Yeah.
and then makes you realize, oh my god, wait, this is racism. I'm
Yeah.
treating people differently based on where they come
profiling
from.
them.
Yeah, and like.
And it does that
Gleefully.
mechanically.
Yeah, it does that mechanically and completely organically, and it doesn't fucking say it. It
Yeah,
lets
it doesn't
you figure
like.
it out.
Yeah, like it doesn't beat you over the head with
Yeah.
it. It tricks you into being racist.
Exactly, and then it's up to you to go like, oh my god.
Yeah, you have to realize that for yourself. Like, oh, this is really
Colechians.
fucked up. Actually,
Yeah, everything like fucking Colechians, and you really feel it. And then you're looking at people like that's the whole conceit of the game. It's like
Like
you're
they
looking
all
at
look
people like
ugly
me.
and
Yeah.
disgusting.
And you're just looking at everyone with a no. You're getting full body pictured,
Yeah, and it's like
I think you have a
creepy.
bomb. And, yeah, like that's a
oh, you're
brilliant.
this passport says you're a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, my mistake.
Oh yeah,
Carry
your
on.
playthrough I think is still on your channel.
Yep.
Yeah, so like that was a brilliant fucking.
I remember you when you were watching it during the part where it's like your cousin got arrested or something. Your sister got arrested, and her daughter needs a home where you take her in,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Fuck that bitch!
Fuck that
Should have wore a
bitch."
condom. Fuck that bitch!"
Fuck that bitch. That was a long ass time.
Like
ago.
that, we can't afford that shit. We got to pay. We got food. We got
Son
mouths to
wants
feed
crayons.
here. Yeah, exactly.
We got a big crayon bill this month. We can't afford that shit.
We can't afford to bring another person in this
Yeah.
house. Are you insane?
What a brilliant fucking game.
And then I did it, and you're like, no!
And then later, like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And it's like, oh, she came with money, and you're rewarded for making that difficult choice.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm a
Like, oh my
monster.
God. and because it was just like text on a screen, once you like think about it and contextualize it, was like, oh my god. I was like, all this stuff I was saying, I was like screaming at a 6-year-old. Like just
Not
needed
my
a place
problem,
to
get the fuck out.
get
You
the
should have been
fuck outta
born.
here. Yeah, like, oh my god, that was horrible. Yeah, like you can do that, but first of all, you have to be smart about it. It has to
Yeah.
be the conceit of the thing. You can't insert it into a series like Tomb Raider.
And
That's just a
yeah.
90s action game.
And you can't do it by, like, having the script stop and have the
Exactly.
character turn to the camera and say, like, and this was really
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
shouldn't take the, like, object of immortality and use it. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
It doesn't make any sense when she kills like 500 fuckers and then you stop and go,
Oh,
it just doesn't
no,
work.
she's not gonna kill the woman.
It doesn't work.
She's gonna kill the woman, though. Who's
can't-
sick and dying of a terminal disease anyway.
Like, that doesn't work. She's already killed like 1,000 fuckers. And it's not the time-
Gleefully!
yeah, time and place.
That's, again, like, it felt, in that first game, it felt like that's what they were doing. They were showing this character, like, losing her soul.
Yeah.
Where she starts out as this sheltered, normal girl who's, like, in a tragic situation where she has to make hard choices to survive. And by the end, she's going like, that's right, fuckers. You better run. I'm coming for you. I'll show you what this little rat can do. I'll fucking kill you all. It's like, oh my god.
That's not
She's
good.
losing her mind.
That's not a good character development to have. I mean, it is, but...
But then they just, like, they didn't realize that that's what they were doing, I guess, because then the second game comes out and it's like, oh, Lara, she's got to do the good thing She's got to make the right choice.
Oh, Bayonetta fights for the downtrodden.
No.
What the fuck are you talking
She
about?
throws buildings full of the downtrodden into the faces of the angels that she's murdering.
You voiced the character for 2 games more, and you still... That's your comprehension of her?
Like, what are you talking about? Bayonetta is a hero. No.
No.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, like Samus, Lara, and Bayonetta. They're like my trinity
Bitches.
of like, yeah, like video game female characters where it's like they use guns, they're all very attractive.
They got those big old
And they're all
titties.
kind of fucked up.
They're all fucked up.
They're all a little fucked in the head.
All of them were kind of inspired by Alien.
Yeah, Ripley.
Yeah.
Like, Ripley's not a hero.
No.
Did you see Aliens? Like, there's the one part where, like, the Marines get taken, like, back to the hive. And they're like, we gotta go save them. And she's like, no, they're already dead. They're just being, like, impregnated by the aliens right now. You can't save them.
Believe me, I know
like,
those guys. They're
That's
into
fucked
it.
up. That's
Yeah.
not a good thing.
That's not a good
That
thing.
she told them that. Those are their friends.
I've seen their IB, their E621. They're into it. Don't
Yeah, they're
worry.
hug sluts. Oh my god, this area is so different. Holy
wow.
shit.
Wow.
I can see everything.
That makes
There's
all the
Pierre. Pierre.
Yeah.
Pierre. We're having fun together. Yeah, see, like, imagine that without the health bars. It's very hard to do that correctly. That's crazy. Look at, you can see like how the game designers were struggling to like compromise their vision with the technology that was available to them at the time. Cuz look at this draw distance, like all the way at this other side of the Colosseum. You can't even see anymore.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They gave it a skybox. This looks better than how it looks in Anniversary. There's, like, gorilla... I guess the idea is that, like, these are the animals that the Greeks would have the gladiators fight against in the Colosseum, and they just, like, propagated independently since then. I don't know. I don't understand why there's lions. Lions and gorillas.
I mean, come on now.
We all know why.
Lions don't need no reasons.
Yeah, like all of the Samus is the most blatant example, but like I feel like every kick-ass like female character in media is at least incidentally inspired by Ellen Ripley.
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically from Aliens, because in Alien she's just kind of a like stick in the mud that everyone hates. Who survives like kind of as a meta-textual joke on the audience at the time, because it was made in the 70s.
Yeah. When movies really suck balls.
like the convention of like the girl who survives the slasher movie till the end didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Like that and like Halloween kind of invented that. So like the idea that Sigourney Weaver was not a famous actress.
No.
No one knew who the fuck she was.
No, that movie made her.
She was the who's that of the cast.
Yeah.
Everyone else in that movie was known for other things. It's like how in like Star Trek, DeForest Kelley was a famous actor.
Yeah.
He was seen as like slumming it for being in this show.
Yeah.
Like everyone else became famous because of Star Trek. Sigourney Weaver became famous because of Alien. Like in that first movie, she's not even that archetype yet. It's Aliens that turned her into that like feminist action female character that James Cameron immediately parodied and satired and criticized when he made Terminator 2, where Sarah Connor is that type of Ellen Ripley character, and she's a crazy person who's in a literal insane asylum and threatens a dude with a syringe filled with bleach that she stabs into his neck in order to escape the insane asylum. Her son is like desperate to reunite with her, and when she does reunite with him, she's just like, "Are you okay? We need to keep you safe for the mission." Like, she has no parental or maternal affection for her son whatsoever. She just views him as the savior of humanity.
Yeah.
And it's like, this character archetype, this like macho mom character that he kind of invented, oh, fucking asshole, with Ellen Ripley, who's like, "Get away from her, you bitch," is immediately being criticized. Oh, god damn, that's so far back. Oh no. God damn it. Like, even back then, that character archetype was never meant to be purely taken as a positive, like, aspirational character. It certainly can be inspirational, but you're not supposed to want to be Ellen Ripley. She's a broken figure.
Yeah.
She, like, something is, like, she's damaged. Her soul is scarred, and it will never recover.
If you're like that in real life, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Like, she went through this horrible event where everyone she knew died. Her daughter died of old age while she was, like, in cryostasis. She's destroyed. She can't live a normal life anymore. You're not supposed to want this.
No.
And, like, that's all of those characters. Like, Samus Aran, her parents were murdered right in front of her eyes. She was adopted and turned into this genetically engineered weapon by, like, a group of space birds who viewed her, like, in equal parts as a vessel for them to put all of their weird space prophecies into, as much as a family member. Lara Croft was, like, on a ski trip. She was coming home from a ski trip, probably with her friends, and she crashed in the Himalayas and everyone died. She survived, and her takeaway from that was like, I want to do it again. Bayonetta is a witch who forged a covenant with demons from hell to kill angels on a daily basis, and, like, everywhere she goes, like, collateral damage that kills what must be hundreds of thousands of people is wrought in her wake.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care.
Oh, millions in Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, like, entire dimensions of reality.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care. She just wants hers.
Yeah.
None of them are heroes.
She's just rocking those jeans.
They're crazy bitches with guns. Like, Samus Aran's a bounty hunter. She literally hunts people.
For bounties.
For money. That's how she makes her living, is she, like, hunts the most dangerous game. None of them are heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
The things they do that are good, like, are either purely incidental or because the people who were in their way were worse than they are.
Yeah, or, for bad reasons. Even when it's good stuff.
Yeah, like, even in, like, Metroid Prime 2, where she saves an entire civilization, like, the people that she still committed genocide in order to do that, first of all.
It's not ideal.
And even in Metroid Prime 3, like, she was hired. She got paid to do what she did in that game. She was hired on an official mission by the government to go to war against a fucking entire civilization. And again, commits
we're dripping.
Commits genocide in order to fucking... We used to have tissues.
Yeah, but then we have a cat who likes to eat tissues.
God damn it, I spilled water on my controller.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're dry.
We are dry and empty of piss.
Like, fucking, Metroid 2, the plot of that game is go genocide the Metroids. And it's not it's not hype. It's the second game, and Samus Aran is being tasked with, like, exterminating an entire species. And the game is presenting that as fucked up as it sounds. Like, it's not cool that she's doing that. She's wiping out the dominant life form of an entire planet because their existence is inconvenient. Like, oh, the space pirates might try and use them again, and it would suck. Go kill them all.
Fuck.
Like, that's not cool, Samus.
Yeah.
Samus isn't a hero. Even from the second game, it's like, that's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Bayonetta is not a hero. Lara Croft is
No.
not a hero. Samus Aran is not a hero. Ellen Ripley is not a hero. They're all really fucked up in the head.
You really missed the point.
You really didn't
No, but
get
they're the
it.
main characters.
Yeah, it's like, surely we're supposed to root for them.
You know.
Like, I don't know if you figured this out, but a character doesn't have to be likable for us to root for them.
Yeah.
They just need to be on screen for long enough.
It's a story.
Like, Tony Soprano's not a good person.
No. He says himself, that's one of my favorite quotes from the show. I'm a fat crook from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you are. That's it. That's the character. That's all he is.
He's not, like, there's nothing, like, the entire point of that show is, like, the mafia, like, fantasy is completely ridiculous.
Exactly.
They're always talking about, like, the Godfather and shit.
Yeah. And like, oh, the good old days. Like, it was always like that. You're a bunch of thieves. There's no honor among thieves.
Like, that's why the prequel could have been good if they made it back when they should have made it. Like, now it was too late. But, like, yeah, show us the good old days. Like, like Tony's dad doing the shit that he did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I bet it was fucked up and not fun or cool or good at all. Even just
like,
the flashbacks we got.
Yeah. You just believe in the movies. Like, that's not what it actually is like. My mafia is not an aesthetic. I cook in the pizza.
I cook in the meatball. Mamma mia. I cook in the pasta. God damn it. I hate you motherfuckers. Mamma mia.
Yeah, exactly. Like, ask some people in, like, urban Italy if the mafia is an aesthetic, where bombs go off and people fucking places get shot up and shit. Like,
yeah, imagine
no,
like
it's not cool.
Imagine people are like, oh man, the fucking independent Ireland Army, or what are they
Irish
called?
Republican
Irish
Army.
Republican Army. Like, oh yeah, like no,
That sucks.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
They bombed school
What are you
buses.
talking about?
Nail bombs, not
Yeah.
even good bombs. Oh shit, I should save. That was the one cool, like, U2 concert where he,
I was
he was
just
like,
gonna say.
talk about the revolution. It's like, fuck the
I
revolution!
was just about to say that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, it's people who are from Ireland, but moved to America 30 years ago and never came back. And they're like, oh yeah, the revolution at home. It's like, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Like, they're just killing people. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
This is...
And Northern Ireland doesn't even want to go back!
Yeah.
They're done!
The matter is settled.
It's like Taiwan. Like, Taiwan doesn't want to be part of China anymore.
It's not... no.
They don't even consider themselves the true China anymore.
Yeah, that's over.
They just want to be Taiwan.
They're just Taiwan. They are just a separate country.
And their democracy is a lot better than ours too. They just had an election. I was watching a video about it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's way better than the way we do it."
Score way higher than the U.S. does on the Freedom Index.
Like, they count every ballot, like, and then they hold it up to be documented and say the name out loud, and then set it aside into organized piles. And I was like, that's... Like, every fucking election we have, like, some kind of weird controversy about votes not getting tallied correctly. Or, like, interference, or, like, illegal immigrants were brought in to, like, stack the deck or something like that. It's like, why the fuck are we fucking this up so bad? our election doesn't even matter. The fucking electoral college does it. It's not like who you vote for to be president fucking matters. Son of a bitch.
If the popular vote won, all the presidents would be chosen by New York City and LA. They don't really necessarily represent the views of the average American.
Yeah, and that's the other, like, in Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's another example where, like, no, he's a bad guy, you fucking idiot.
Although that is annoying when people think they're clever pointing that out when it's like, it's a Sopranos thing, that's nothing new.
Like, yeah, like, the main character's a douchebag.
Yeah.
He fucking, like, he has that scene where he's, like, crying in the bathroom naked.
Yeah.
Like, this is not supposed to be an aspirational character.
No.
Like, yeah, that's just the congratulations, you watched the show.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
But it's like, that's... watching The Sopranos, like, decades ago, it's like, yeah, that was always an argument you'd have to have. Like, no, they're the bad guys. They just happen to be the main character. They're not heroes or something just because they're the main characters.
There was one episode, like the episode where he's like going to colleges with his daughter and he just murders a guy.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
And his underling offered to do it. He just did it because he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, there was no actual reason that he had to do that, and it cost him. Like,
yeah.
he like, sacrificed... God damn it. He sacrificed a positive relationship with his daughter for the sake of murdering someone that he didn't have to kill. Like, he's a bad guy.
Tricky.
It's tricky.
Bad guy.
It's a bad guy.
Lum-de-dum.
Like, audiences aren't that stupid. Like, they're pretty dumb, but... Some people are gonna be like, no, Walter White's the hero.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna be like, Sigma
that.
male grind set.
There was like some incredibly cucky video that we watched that it's like, I hate when people do that. They find a fringe opinion on the internet. It's like, no shit, it's the internet. People say
some
crazy
people are
shit.
like they're neo-Nazis.
People
you know that,
say
right?
Crazy shit. It's the fucking internet. Like, you seeked out this really fringe, crazy opinion that it's the internet. We all know that's out there.
Yeah,
we
like, know that they're dumb and crazy.
Yeah. And then you misrepresented it to be some kind of majority opinion, and now you're like, no, see, I know that this is bad. Please touch my pee-pee, females. Like, fucking...
Like, no, like, they made the show to be the thing you're saying. You're not saying anything...
Yeah,
like,
it's just...
they miss the point.
Yeah,
like, a small minority of people who miss the point
exactly
is not, like, the group that you need to refute.
Yeah, and also, it's like, yeah, the people are stupid, and, like, mass audiences don't understand these things. It's like, well, still, again... Like, we had the same discussion endlessly with The Sopranos 20, 30 years ago. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. You're not going to change anyone's minds or whatever, and it's just, I don't know, that annoys me.
Like, you're talking past the audience you're even talking about. Like, at some point, you're just preaching to the choir.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that very annoying. Like, who's this for?
Yeah, that's a very YouTube-y thing of, like, acting like you're taking on this juggernaut and blah, blah, blah. But it's just some stupid fringe group on the internet. Like, who cares?
You know, like, oh, some dumbasses.
Very, like, average suburban white girl YouTube channel. Like, yeah, I'm
gonna take down the Sigma males.
I'm bravely
like,
taking
you don't
on
have
this.
to take them down. They're already not happy. That's kind of why they're like that in the first place, is their lives aren't good.
I'm just gonna take on this thing. I don't care if I get hurt doing it. And then the second they get a mean comment, suddenly, oh, I'm under attack. Cue the beta male cucks. But anyway,
yeah, that's a good
YouTube.
That's one of the things where it's like you're treating them like the enemy to be vanquished, and like that's how they feel.
Exactly.
Like, you're emboldening their perspective.
Yeah. You're giving them more power than they
think
have.
that they're, like, the oppressed group.
Yeah.
And you're treating them that way, and it makes them feel
You're validating
vindicated.
their
Yeah,
position.
validated. Like, just be like, well, you're an idiot. Walter White's not the hero.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
dumb. You didn't watch the show.
Yeah, it was just
That's
one of
the
the-
response. Just
one
be
of the
like, well, you didn't watch
examples-
the show,
yeah.
clearly.
One of those examples in that video was like some just random dumbass watching it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they don't want you to get that power. They don't want you to be Walter White because they don't want you to get that power." It's just some idiot.
Yeah,
you
he's
can
just a-
tell by watching the
he's
video.
just a dumbass.
He doesn't know what's going on in the show. He's a moron. And pointing out that he's a moron isn't like,
Is it making you look smarter?
yeah, like what the fuck? I hate
Just
that.
ignore him.